Someone asked me to do this, so I'm doing this. Ranking ways to roll for your character's pee-pee size in Dungeons & Dragons. Unfortunately, the official rules do not have a preferred way to roll for the size of your character's pee-pee, so I am presenting you with 5 options to determine your member size. At number 5, we've got race-based dice. I've seen some people do this where like halflings get a D4, and elves get a D6, and humans get a D8, whatever. Is it racist if it's a fantasy race? I don't know. At number 4, we have the D12 or the D20 system. There is so much variance that can happen with this. If you're doing inches and you roll a nat 20, that is impractical. I'm sorry, fantasy romance readers, that is impractical. And there's no consistency to the D12, D20 system, which we're gonna get into in these next ones. For number 3, we have a D6 plus your Constitution modifier. Now I like this one, because let's say you have a 14 Constitution. Your range is 3 to 8. That is a pretty realistic range. So your average is falling a lot more in a realistic spectrum rather than the D20 system. Your average is 10. You don't want the average to be 10. At number 2, we've got a flat 2d6 roll. The average you'll get when you roll 2d6 is 7, which is maybe a little above average, but this is a fantasy universe, so we'll allow it. But this does give you a nice 2 to 12 spread weighted towards the center near 7. I think that that's pretty respectable. And at number 1, my favorite way to have people roll for pee-pee size in Dungeons & Dragons, 1d4 plus 1 per size class, starting at small. If you play a fairy and your size class is tiny, you get an inch. I don't know. You're this tall. You don't need that much. But I think this is realistic. If you're 3 feet tall, it's going to be a little smaller. If you are a half giant, it's probably going to be a little bit bigger. This weights your size in. It also averages out your distribution. If you're a human, you have 2d4 plus 2, which averages out to about 6, I think, which is pretty reasonable. So yeah, I think that 1d4 plus 1 per size class is the superior method. But if you like chaos, I don't know, go for the D20. Live your life. I'm not going to judge you. Is this really what my content is becoming?